Hello everyone, this is Hitesh Madre, HOD, Computer Engineering Department of Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn about the data integrity constraints. In this, we will study check and default. So learning objective, check constraints and default constraint. Now the check constraint, as the name indicates, to check a certain values in a column. A check constraint is used to limit the value range that can be placed in a column. Now, as it says, for every attribute type, you have a certain range of values, that is a domain. So, the value in that column will be from a certain domain. But sometimes that domain can be a very large. So, we can limit that domain using the check constraint. If you define a check constraint on a single column, it allows only certain values for this column. For example, you can say like a percentage. A percentage is any positive value, that is the marks that is scored by the student. So you can have, for a positive, you have the range that is from 0 to infinite in the positive side. So we can limit there between 0 to 100. So if there is any value that is below 0 or above 100, so there will be a error generating, so that you cannot enter that value. So if you define a check constraint on a table, it can limit the values in a certain column based on the values in other columns in a row. Now, how to assign a check constraint? If you are using a MySQL, so coming back to the same create table, so create table person, ID of type integer, not null, last name of type varchar, size 255, again it is not null, first name of type varchar with a maximum size of 255, age of type integer. Now additionally, what we have done here is given a check constraint, and we have assigned a condition, that is the age, the column age should be greater than or equal to 18. Means while entering or updating this table person, and if you want to enter or update the value of this age, the value should be equal to or the greater than 18. So if you are assigning a value that is lower than 18, it will not allow you to update or insert. Similarly, if you are using SQL Server, Oracle or MS Access, this is how you assign the check constraint. Create table person, ID of type integer, not null, last name of type varchar, maximum size 255, not null, first name of type varchar, size 255, age of type integer, and along with that directly you will write check age greater than equal to 18. So you have given the constraint with the column name itself. So here again there is a limitation on the age column. So the value in this age column should be greater than or equal to 18. Now using a constraint, now maybe you want to allow more than one column for this check. So this format suitable for all the database software, that is MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle and MS Access. So best option is to use this kind of query. So it will be helpful when you're using any of this software. So create table person, ID of type integer is not null, last name of type varchar, maximum size 255, not null, first name of type varchar maximum size 255, age of type integer. Now we have a city of type varchar and maximum size 255. Now the constraint I'm adding a constraint as chk person means check person. So checking this person's table. So constraint name check. Now I have here two conditions. Now both the conditions should be true. Here age is greater than equal to 18. So when I'm entering the value, the age should contain the value that can be 18 or higher and city equal to Mumbai. So when I'm entering a data, I have to check that first thing that ID should not be null, last name should not be null, my first name can be null, my age should be 18 or above, and the city should be Mumbai. So if all these criteria are satisfied, then only I can insert or update a record in a table. Now I have already created a table and I want to add the constraint. So I will be using the alter table. So to create a check constraint on the age, like what we have already discussed. So using the MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle or MS Access, alter table person, that is table name, add the constraint name that is check and the condition age should be greater than equal to 18. So this is how I am adding the check constraint after the creation of my table. Again, I want to add on the multiple columns. Now we have seen the example of age and city. So alter table person, add constraint name, say check person age, constraint name check, and the condition that is age should be greater than equal to 18 and city should be equal to Mumbai. So I have assigned a check constraint on the two columns, that is age and the city, after creation of my table using the alter table command. Next is the dropping of the check constraint. Now to drop a check constraint, if you are using SQL Server, Oracle or MS Access as a database, then the statement is alter table name, that is the person, drop constraint and the constraint name so that you want to drop. If you are using MySQL, alter table name, that is the person, drop check, this is the check constraint, and the constraint name, that is the check person age. So in this way you can drop the check constraint. Now moving to the default constraint. Now default constraint is used to provide a default value for a column. Now this is required because sometimes there is a certain value set for a particular column. So if the user does not specify that value in a column, then since it is a default, that default value will be considered. If any other value is given, then that value will be considered. The default value will be added to all the new records if no other value is specified. So if the values are not specified, then whatever the default value that you are assigning, that value will be assigned to that particular record. So if you are using all this MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle and MS Access, this is the way how you can use. Create table name, that is a person, ID of type integer, it should be not null, last name of type varchar, maximum size 255, not null, first name of type varchar, size 255, age integer, city varchar of size 225, and default is Mumbai. So the default value set for the city is Mumbai. If there is no value assigned, then the default value will be Mumbai. Again, we can use some system functions for entering a data, like we are using a function as a get date, because maybe we need to keep a track on which date we got the orders. So we are using here the order table. So create table order, integer of type id of type integer, that is not null, order number of type integer, that is not null, and the order date is of type date, and default will give the get date. Now this get date will store the system date, that is the today's date. It will store the system date in this. So no need to write date for every record. You need to just specify order ID or the order number. Date will be automatically stored, that is the default. Now once you have created a table, and after that you need to add the default constraint, so you can use alter table. So adding a constraint on a city column, if you're using MySQL, alter table person, that is a table name, alter city, set default Mumbai. So this will set the city as default Mumbai. If you are using SQL Server, alter table person, add constraint, the constraint name, say df city, say default city, default Mumbai, the value for city, the column name. Here again, alter table name, that is person, add constraint name, that is default city, default the value, that is Mumbai, for the column, that is city. This is what we use in a SQL server. If you are using MS Access, alter table person, alter column city, set default Mumbai. So here we are using alter table name, alter column name, set default Mumbai. So this is the value, default value. And if you are using Oracle, alter table person, that is the table name, modify city, this is the column name, default Mumbai, that is the value. Now to drop a constraint, if you are using MySQL, alter table person, alter city, drop default. So alter table name, that is person, alter city, that is the column name, drop default. So it will drop the default constraint. And if you are using SQL Server, Oracle or MS Access, alter table person, alter column city, drop default. So alter table name, that is person, alter column name, that is city, drop default, drop the default constraint. So in this way you can drop the default constraint. I hope the concept of not null and default are clear. If you have any queries, you can reach me in this following details. Thank you.